Have you ever had the feeling that something is watching you, even when there's no one around? That some places seem to hold a silence so heavy, almost as if they're waiting for someone, maybe you, to come back just one more time. I used to think it was all in my head, until I found a letter. A letter written by someone who should have been dead, and who somehow knew I would find it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The kind of story no one should hear. But once you do, it completely changes how you see the world. This video isn't just a horror story. It's a warning, a revelation buried in stained paper, left by someone who vanished without explanation inside a school that, to this day, denies everything that happened. If you've ever felt that some things can't be explained, then maybe you're closer to the truth than you think. It all started in an old, isolated building where footsteps echoed through empty halls, but no one was there. A forgotten school in the countryside where time seemed to move slower. Clara was new there, a quiet girl, one of those who watch more than they speak. She was given an old locker at the end of corridor 2B. The number was almost faded, 76. Students avoided that part of the building, and no one explained why. They just told her not to stay there at night. Clara didn't ask questions. Until the day that note fell. It was a piece of paper folded several times, hidden deep inside the locker. The handwriting was shaky, almost desperate. The first sentence still sends chills down my spine just remembering it. If you're reading this, I couldn't come back. It was like someone had left a message from the other side, a cry for help sent from the dark. Clara took the note home, and in the days that followed, everything changed. She started hearing voices when she was alone. She smelled something strange coming from the locker, like something was rotting inside. But every time she opened it, there was nothing. Nothing except that note, which seemed to yellow more each day, as if it was aging faster than the rest of the world. Have you ever thought about what you would write if you knew you were going to disappear? How you would try to warn someone, knowing no one would believe you? Lucas tried. That was the signature at the end of the letter, a name Clara didn't know, or thought she didn't know. Curious, she asked the school coordinator about him, but no one remembered. No school record of a student named Lucas, no photos, no report cards, no enrollment papers, as if he had never existed. But he had, because Clara had the proof right there, in her hands. And now she too was being watched. The next night, Clara dreamed of a dark hallway, a place that looked like the school itself, but something was wrong. The floor was longer, the walls seemed to breathe. At the end, a slightly open door let out a red light. Inside, a figure, standing, waiting. When she woke up, the clock showed 3:12 a.m. The same time Lucas said in the note was the moment when everything begins. Do you believe in coincidences? I don't anymore. The following week, Clara was never seen at school again. They said she transferred. But her things stayed in locker 76, including the note. That same piece of paper reappeared days later, crumpled, dirty, and with a new sentence written below. Now it's your turn to write. And then a new student arrived. If this stirred something in you, comment below. Just say, I'm here. Because sometimes the only thing that keeps us from disappearing is being remembered. And what if the cry for help you found wasn't a warning but a trap? What if, by trying to save someone, you were actually taking their place? Not every letter left behind is a call for help. Sometimes it's a door, a disguised invitation, an exchange, and when you read it, it's already too late. In this video, I'm going to show you what happens when you answer a call that wasn't meant for you. When you get involved with something you don't understand, thinking you can fix it, thinking you're in control. What you're about to hear isn't just a story of fear. It's a living memory repeated for generations, hidden inside the walls of a forgotten school. A dark truth no one tells. Some people disappear because they were chosen to disappear. Clara didn't know this. She just wanted to understand. After finding the first note, she plunged into a silent obsession. Lucas's words stuck in her head like invisible splinters. Every hallway started to feel darker, narrower. The teachers' smiles seemed forced. The looks from classmates empty. And then the signs came. Notebooks with phrases written and scratched out repeatedly. Don't turn around. If you hear your name, don't answer. Every school has a room no one cleans. Clara thought she was losing her mind, but deep down, a part of her knew she was getting closer to the truth. And the closer she got, the more the school changed around her. One cloudy Tuesday, Clara decided to walk down the old corridor leading to the locked wing. No one went there. It was like that part of the building had been swallowed by time. The walls were cold, the windows covered in dust, and there, pinned with a rusty pin on the door of the old locked library, she found the second note. Newer paper, identical handwriting. But now, just one sentence. Now it's you who writes the next letter. Clara understood immediately. Lucas wasn't asking for help. He wasn't trying to escape. He was calling someone to replace him. And she fell perfectly into that trap, because every story needs a new character. Every puzzle needs someone new to start again. Then came the twist. Clara tried to tell someone, showed the notes, explained everything she was feeling, but no one remembered Lucas, not even the janitor who had worked there for 20 years. When she asked about Locker 76, they said it never existed, and when she went back to check, it really wasn't there. A smooth wall took the place where rusty metal had been. It was like the school had erased not only the locker, but Clara herself, even before she disappeared for real. Like it was already happening in layers, slowly, invisibly, and with no way back. The next morning, a new student arrived. He was uneasy like every new kid. They gave him a locker at the end of corridor 2B, a discrete number, 76. Inside a crumpled note, the handwriting was shaky. If you're reading this, I couldn't come back. The cycle had begun again, and no one noticed. Because these stories aren't told out loud, they're written, passed on, one by one, until it's your turn to write the next. If this made sense to you, if at some point in your life you felt something silently watching you, comment below. I'm here. Because maybe, just maybe, that will save you from disappearing too.